Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. In this video, we are talking about some examples of transformations. Now, these ones are translations, meaning the shape and the size will not change. However, we are going to shift and move the image that we have, or in this case, the pre-image. So the original image that you see, in this case, we have a triangle. That's going to be your original image is going to be called your pre-image. So think pre as before, so your pre-image. Now, the very first example for question number 1 is asking you to translate or to shift 2 units up, or excuse me, 2 units to the right and 1 unit up. So all you have to do with something like this, you're going to do exactly what it's asking you. So in this case, it's asking you for 2 units to the right and 1 unit up. So let's do that. Each point is 2 units to the right, so 2 jumps to the right. 1 jump up, and then you're going to create a new point. Now, for your new point, that's going to be your translated point or your shifted point. You're going to name it the same letter, so in this case, I. But in this case, you're going to put a little line or apostrophe here. So in this case, it's I prime. So that little tick mark on top is called prime. So your pre-image has an I, your image has an I prime. And we're going to do that for all of these. So we're shifting 2 units to the right, 1 unit up. Here's another point, 2 units to the right, 1 unit up. Here's another point. So this one we shifted J, so this is now J prime. This is shifted H, so this is now H prime. Once you have shifted all of your points, you're going to take a ruler and you're going to connect them. And I'll try to be quick, but also I want to be as accurate as possible here, connecting. So there we have our image. So again, our pre-image is our original image. The image that is transformed is called image. So you can also name these. For example, this is triangle IHJ, and then you can also say this is now triangle I prime H prime J prime. All right, let's move on to question number 2. Again, this is a translation. We're going to do this a little bit faster than example number 1. 2 units to the right and 5 units up. So everything's going 2 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. So this is now F prime. Again, 2 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. This is now C prime. 2 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. That is now D prime. And our very last one is E. 2 units to the right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is now our E prime. We're going to connect this and see what we get. I'm trying to be as straight here as possible. There it is. So this is now our pre-image. Our original image is our pre-image, and then we have our translated image, which is our image. Remember to put primes on your new letters. All right, let's move on to question number 3. Let me shift this paper forward, see if I have enough space on my desk for that. For question number 3, it's asking you to write a rule to describe each transformation. Now you can do this 2 different ways depending on your teacher. I'm going to show both. Basically what happens, so what you're going to find is you're going to find 2 letters. One that is prime, one that is not, and the letter has to be the same. For example, I can look at G and G prime, or I can look at E and E prime, H and H prime. What I cannot do is I cannot look at G prime and F because those are not the same letter. So let's look at G and G prime. Those are my 2 points. You're asking yourself what happened. What happened? What's the rule? What happened? And it looks like I went from G 2 jumps down. I didn't go left or right, so I 2 jumps down. So I'm going to do rule 2 units down. Now another way that you can do is you can do a rule that looks like this. So x comma y is equal to, well, what happened? Did I change my x or did I change my y? So in order to do this, let's do a little quick thinking bubble, and we're going to compare the 2 points. G versus G prime. We're going to compare and see what happened. So here I have G is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, comma This is my origin, 1, 2. So this is my point, 4, comma 2. And my G prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 0. So if you notice here, my 2 points, the X value did not change. The Y value went down 2 jumps. It was originally 2, now it's at 0. So what we can do for our point, we can say, well, X stayed the same, however, our Y value got subtracted by 2. So you have 2 options for your rule. You can say it this way, or you can do it this way, depending on what your teacher is looking for. When you're asked for a rule, you're basically just telling us what happened to your pre-image when it got to your image. Let's move on to example number 4. Example number 4 is also asking us to write the rule. Same thing, so we're going to figure out what happened. Choose 2 letters. And the reason we only can focus on 2 letters because this is a translation, meaning the shape and the size did not change. We just shifted up, down, left, or right. And let's see what happened. Let's see. Here's my R value. Again, start with a number that's not prime. And so I'm shifting 1, 2 up. And then I'm shifting 1, 2 to the right. Oh, just kidding. That's a left. 2 to the left. So for my rule, what happened? Well, I shifted 2 units up, and then I did 2, you can write the number 2 or the letter 2, the spelling of 2 units left. And you can do that. Another way you can write the rule is like we did before. So you can say, here's our original X comma Y. What happened? Well, since we went 2 units up means regarding your Y. 2 units left, that's X. Left means you go minus. Or if you recall doing slopes, remember that left minus means that you go that way. All right, let's go ahead and do it. So we have X minus 2, comma, Y plus 2. So we took our X value and we subtracted 2. We took our Y value and we added 2. Here's another way for you to write your rule. Let's shift forward here. Again, we were talking about translations. This time they give us a rule and we have to apply it. So what you're going to do here, you're going to create a T-chart. This is your original. Here you're going to copy down your rule. So in this case, X minus 6, comma, Y plus 2. And here's going to be your new. And so what the original and the rule and the new represent is your original is going to be your original points. So let me see if I can get another color here. Let's start with the point I. So I'm going to label it I. I has a point of, this is my origin. This is 1, 1. Then let's do J. J is 1, 0. H is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, comma 0. And G is 1, 2, 3, comma 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, comma negative 5 because we went down. And so what you're doing with the original points is you're taking the equation, you're plugging it in, and then you're getting your new points. I'm going to copy down here, but I'm going to leave spaces for my X value, and I'm going to leave a space for my Y value. And I'm going to do that for all of this. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your X, you're going to label. So these are your X values, these are your Y values. So the very first X value is 1, very first Y value is 1, very first X value is 1, very first X value is 0. Second, the X value is 5, Y value is 0, X value is 3, Y value is negative 5. So again, this is XY, XY, and XY. Now that you have this, you're actually just going to solve and get new points. So 1 minus 6, use a calculator if you need to, that is negative 5. 1 plus 2, that is 3. And again, we're going to label it. So if our original point is I, this is going to be I prime. Here I have j, so j prime is going to be 1 minus 6, that is a negative 5. 0 plus 2, that is 2. Next we have is h prime. 5 minus 6, that is a negative 1. 0 plus 2, that is 2. And our very last one is g prime. We have 6 plus 3, so 6, 7, 8, 9. Negative 5 plus 2, that is a negative 3. Now that you have your new points, you're going to take your new points, you're going to sketch this out here. So we have a negative 5 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be I prime. And always make sure to label the letters because you need to know what the original and what the pre-image and image are. So we have j prime, which is negative 5 and 2. Negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Next we have is h prime. H prime is negative 1, 2. So negative 1, 1, 2. And our very last one is g prime, which is 9 and negative 3. Something went wrong. What went wrong? Oh, you guys, do you see that? Because I'm like, I know this is a translation, so I know that the picture should be exactly the same. I don't even have a 9. So I wonder what happened, and it looks like I made a small mistake. So let's correct that. And hopefully you caught this mistake before I did. Do you see how I put a plus 6? That should be a minus 6. Minus 6. So 3 minus 6 is a negative 3. So I have negative 3, negative 3, which again should now give me this shape here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's connect. You can use a straight edge, a ruler, whatever you need. I'm going to try to be as quick and efficient here as possible, trying to keep it all straight. And there you have it again. How do you know you did the right thing? All of the points should move the exact same amount and the picture should look exactly the same. Just shift it over. And let's do one more example. This is example number 6. Again, we are using the rule that is provided. We're going to do a T-chart. We have our original points. We have our rule. So our rule here is x minus 4, comma y plus 3. And we have our new points. Let's see what our points here are. So I have an F. F is located, here's our origin, 1, 1. E is located at 1, 0. D is located at 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So a 3, comma, negative 3. Negative because we went down. And our last one, G, is located at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So 4 and negative 3. Let's apply the rule, making sure to leave gaps. So x minus 4, y plus 3. Take your x and y values, plug it in. So remember, there's your x, your y, x, y, x, y, and x, y. So I have 1, 1, 1, 0, 3, negative 3, and 4, negative 3. Simplify that to your new point. So you have 1 minus 4, which is negative 3. Again, if you're not sure with your addition subtraction, use a calculator. 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 minus 4, that's negative 3. 0 plus 3, that's 3. 3 minus 4, that is a negative 1. Negative 3 plus 3, that's 0. And our very last one, 4 minus 4, that's 0. Negative 3 plus 3, that is 0. And so we have our 4 new points. Now, one thing I didn't do that I need to go back and do is identify what each point is. For example, this is my F prime. This is my E prime. This is D prime. And this is G prime. Let's sketch this out. I have negative 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means this is F prime. E is negative 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3, 1, 2, 3. This is my E prime. Then we have D prime at negative 1 and 0. And our last one is at 0, 0, which is G prime. Again, connect this. Use a ruler if you need to, or you can use a straight edge piece of paper, anything that will give you a straight. Now notice here I didn't actually touch the point, so I'm just going to make my point bigger. Because, you know, we're humans and humans make mistakes, and that's okay. There you go. And again, this is a translation, so it should look identical to the original picture, just maybe shifted a little over. All right, beautiful people, this wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!